Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Wow. We'll have some prayer, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sporting event. And before we have the prayers, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Fred Arocho, for guys who follow sports. Fred Arocho is a sports guy, and welcome to this event. So before we proceed, I'd like us to place this event in the hands of God. And perhaps I'll have a volunteer to come and pray for us. Coach? Okay. I will do the prayers. It seems, let's be upstanding kindly. Okay. Edith Wisa, Captain KCB, please come forward.
Thank you. Let's appreciate her. Tumpigia makofi captain wetu. Asante sana.
Praise God. Let's pray. Almighty God, King of glory, we come before you this moment, oh God. We thank you for the gathering before us, oh God. We want to commit unto your able hands, oh God. We thank you for this happening, for making it a possibility, oh my Lord. And as we begin this gathering, Lord, we pray that you're going to guide us in everything that you're going to do. And when we come to the end of it successfully, glory and honor shall be given back unto you, my Lord. We thank you for all the sponsors. We thank you for all the speakers for today. We pray that, Lord, you're going to lead them and you're going to bless them. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, to pray and give thanks. Amen.
Amen. And everybody say amen. Thank you very much. Can you be seated now? Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Wow. I'm sure that Edith, as the team prepares for any event, that is very good prayers. You know, at times you bring in someone to pray, inakuwa mtihani. So once again, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to this event, an event that is going to help us understand more about volleyball. And at this particular moment, I'd like to call upon a gentleman to give us his remarks. A gentleman who has been in this game for the longest time. A gentleman who played, a gentleman who was among the first Kenyans to play professional volleyball. And currently, he is in the federation. Let me please welcome the Deputy President, Mr. Paul Bitok, kujo tueleze mambo moja mawili. And at that particular moment, please, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Mheshimiwa. Karibu sana. Inaitwa All African Games. That should have been in 90-something. A very good volleyballer. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa katika hafla. So at this moment, take it over, Coach Bitok.
Asante sana. Our patron, our chairman of parliamentary, my captain, Dan Wanyama, president, all our sponsors, all protocols observed. Habari zenu. I would like to welcome you to this special day. We have an honor to have you as we launch 2024 Kipchumba Karori International Volleyball Tournament. This tournament started back in 1998 when I was still a player. The first tournament, which I was identified myself by the coaches, it was called Salanik. Salanik tournament or Salanik printers used to sponsor a tournament in Eldoret. And then for some reasons, they couldn't continue with the tournament. And this time, I was lucky to be a professional player in Tunis. And I used to ask, I was asking myself what will happen if Eldoret will never have a tournament. That means there will be no Paul Bitok again in Eldoret. So when I came back as a professional player in Tunis, I decided to sponsor a small tournament in my village called Simat. It was 4 villages who were competing. Na tulikuwa tunapatiana zawadi ya mbuzi. So the tournament ika grow until when it became a regional national tournament in 2000. In 2000, the tournament started, and we managed to identify various players who turned to be professional players also, led by Mayo. We had Tonche, tulikuwa na Sila Makisu, who is also here, and several others when we started this tournament. In 1999 to 2000, the Malkia strikers were lucky also to be identified this time, led by Mas Moim. Mas Moim in 2006, when she was playing in this tournament in Eldoret, me, myself, I had already started to be a coach. I identified her and I brought her to KCB. We went to the African Club Championship when she was in Cheptil Secondary School, and we won the African Championship. And many others. We had Magoi, who came in, Chemos, who ended up also playing in Europe and also in Asian countries. In between 2007 and 2008, Federation recognized the tournament and it gave us the status of the national. But I was not around this time because I had been engaged with Rwanda as the national coach. So when I was in Rwanda, I decided, what can I do to have Rwanda playing in Eldoret? So with few sponsors that I had at that time, we changed the tournament to be an international tournament. And this time I went to look for more sponsors. The only sponsor that I got that time was Amaco. And I would like to recognize Mr. Kipkorir, who is here with me. They gave me 50,000 shillings. It was a political time. We were running around to try and see if we could get few politicians to come and support us. And lucky enough, we visited His Excellency Dr. William Ruto at home, and we told him about the tournament, and he accepted to come to grace occasion. So when he arrived, he asked Kipkorir, what have you given to these guys in this sponsorship? Kipkorir was embarrassed to mention 50,000 shillings because the trophies which I had there ilikuwa ya wakimbiaji. Sikuwa na trophies mzuri sana. Nikakimbia kwa Songok na Aspel Kiprop, nikaomba vikombe nikaweka hapa mbele. Ile ya kudanganya. So it was too big to be even 50,000. So he ordered and he told them that please next year give 3 million if possible. And we went to the office, we negotiated, and we turned the tournament from Paul Bitok International Tournament to be Amaco International Tournament, which we stayed together up to 2019. 2018 and 2017, we had international teams which came to play the tournament, including 2 teams from US. Hii wakati, we had so much crowd in Eldoret who came to witness the tournament. After they realized that there was wazungu wamevaa bikini, so everybody came out from home to come and support and see this wazungu. It didn't end very well on that day because wazungu were playing with Kenya Pipeline, not Kenya Pipeline, they were playing DCI. And it was in the evening, the last match in the quarterfinals. On that day, the team to qualify for the semi-final. Wazungu waliposhinda, wale vijana na wale village mate wangu kutoka huko Simat, wakaona this was the only chance that I can kuinua mzungu juu. Kwa bad luck, mkono ikapita kidogo. And it became a big problem for us. We had to sort out that problem, but we couldn't manage. They canceled the trip and they went back to Kenya. They went back to US. So the following year, we brought in security at least not to have the same incident. And since then, we are very safe. Wherever we have this tournament, we have more than 20 policemen to take care of any Wasungus who might come. So in 2020, we had a problem of corona, and that time, Amago could not raise any sponsorship, so we didn't have the tournament in 2020. 2021, now, nilikuwa na headache, what will I do to have this tournament continue? So I thought that maybe jina ya Amako, Paul Bitok, might not be very good. Waja ni to change kidogo, iwe Eldoret. So we came up with Eldoret City, which we had 2021 up to last year. So the tournament also attracted teams from Uganda and Rwanda, and it was very successful. We had a record of 88 teams who participated in the tournament. When I was preparing, or I was looking for the sponsorship last year, I asked my friend, my brother, my young brother, Karori, that I am facing some challenges, please, can you assist me to have this sponsorship? Or if you can sponsor yourself, because I can see, hauko sana, Mungu amekubariki, if you can give kidogo kwa community, you are the son of Eldoret. And he directed me to few sponsors who gave me the sponsorship of 2023. So came this year, I told now my brother, those sponsors that you gave me, I think if we change a bit and have you with us, we can take this tournament to another level. And because he was a player, walicheza na hiyo grupu akina Chairas, lakini alifunjwa mkono. Alafu unajua, hao watu wenye hawakupitia hii maisha ngumu kidogo, yeye akatoroka. So he always tell me I will not come back to volleyball kwa sababu nilifunjwa mkono. But I hope this time when Eldoret tournament start, you will play. Mheshimiwa Wanyama yuko hapa, nafikiri mtakuwa kwa timu moja. So asante sana, I thank you for coming this far to help us. We appreciate, because we know the new talent in Eldoret and in Kenya will benefit to all of us. So far, we have the record of registered teams of 980. We have 80 teams already who have registered for this tournament, and the closing day will be 1st of December 2024. In this tournament, we will have different categories. In this tournament, we have local and international teams who have confirmed, that is teams from Rwanda and Uganda. So we will be having senior women, that is elite category. Already we have 12 teams. Our target was to have 16 teams on this category, men and women. In the senior men, we already have 19 teams. We had already discussed with the president to have 16 teams, to have only the best playing this tournament. But the pressure was too high, and we opened the space to 24 teams. So until now, we have 19 teams who have registered. We hope that they will have 24, so that we can have each group having 6 teams in a group. Eldoret is known in volleyball and athletics. If you go to any village at the moment in Eldoret, you will see them playing volleyball in the evening. So we have more than 40 teams who have registered to play in self-supporting group. And Mheshimiwa Wanyama, nataka kuhakikishia wewe ya kuwa, we thought that it will be self-supporting from Eldoret alone. We have team from Tetu, we have team from Tetu from Nyeri, we have team from Iris, from Nairobi, we have teams from Kilgoris, and also in Kuresoi. 2 weeks ago, I was one of the guests in Kuresoi. Mheshimiwa Mutai had to make his own tournament to select the team which will participate in Eldoret. So you can imagine how it has attracted. And Mheshimiwa, our patron, he has given orders to all the wards in Eldoret or in Wasingishu to participate. So out of these 40, we still have 30 teams which Mheshimiwa amesema lazima wa participate kwa tournament. So we'll have more than 50 teams in this category. We'll have also university and colleges, and already more than 5 teams who have registered in this category. Then, as I told you, the tournament is to nurture talent. We have already 12 teams who will play in the schools category, that is boys and girls. And then for the first time, our patron, primary schools, they have registered. We didn't have it before, but we have 8 teams who have registered this year. Currently, or before, we had different prizes for these categories. We usually give the trophies for number 1 and medals for 1 to 3. And the last time, or the highest that we have paid in our cash prizes is 120,000. And for this year, I don't want to mention, because it is your day, you will unveil yourself. Our program started a few weeks ago with registration. As I have mentioned before, that we have more than 80 teams which have registered. We will have the second program. This is our second program today we are launching. And then we will have the draws, because we will not want to have wastage of time. So in Eldoret, we'll have a draws at Eka Hotel, saa moja tarehe 12 December. This is an international tournament, so we'll have the draws on 12th at Eka Hotel, saa moja. So we'll have the draws, and that is only the senior category for men and women. For the self-supporting teams, we will have it on Friday, 13 at 8 a.m. Sambili self-supporting, and we will not wait for those who will not be there wakati wa draws. Official opening ceremony will be on that Friday morning at 9 a.m. On Friday 9 a.m. we will have the opening ceremony and the first match. On Friday, the same Friday, we will be starting our group matches. All our group matches must be finished by Friday. So Friday on 14, we will have all the group matches. And then Saturday morning, we will have the quarterfinals. And then semifinals in the afternoon. So all semifinals and quarterfinals will be played on Saturday. Then Sunday, we will have 9 a.m. Our patron is so kind that he told me we have to reward all who will have made effort to reach semifinals. So that means we'll have a ranking for position 1, position 2, 3, and 4th. So we'll have the prizes for 1 to 4. So we'll have 9 o'clock, the first matches being ranking. Will be played simultaneous at 9 o'clock. 11, exactly 11. Nimeomba our patron and our chief guest of that day, wakuja waombe na sisi. So the finals will be at 11 for the women. 11, exactly 11, we'll have the finals for the women. And then the same Sunday, after the finals for the women, Mheshimiwa, or our patron, he would like to have the community participating in this competition. So we'll have a special moment between 1 o'clock and 3. Between 1 o'clock and 3, we will have a special cultural and community participating in different events. So exact 3 p.m., that's when we'll have the finals for the men. And then when we finish with the speeches, then we will go to open officially the finals for the men. And then by 5 p.m., we hope to conclude by having the closing ceremony. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming. Asante sana. That is my remarks. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to the Deputy President. And thank you so much, Bitok. Thank you for being the original start of these games, because We also appreciate you so much and the way you brought it. And we want to appreciate the patron. Thank you, patron, Kipchumba Karori, for bringing back the glory. And now, the only difference is that the other volleyball tournaments that we've been playing over there, we used to play in Eldoret town. But now this one is in Eldoret city. Pigia makofi patron ambaye yuko hapa. Let's appreciate him. It is in the city. And honestly speaking, we should put it, but the way the Deputy President has put it is that this is an event, it is a very emotional event. All of us don't miss, because this is one of the biggest events that you will see people glued to the field, and nobody moves from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening. And we will be following these programs live, the way we are live now in the, during this launch. So ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate, when I see the CEO of Intergovernmental Relations, Honorable Kipkurui Chepkwony, who is here today, tunashukuru, we know everything is done. And as he has put it, because this, the teams that will come from clubs, teams will come from institutions, as you've seen very well, from colleges, including very small children who are playing volleyball. Nurturing talent is our case. So may I now take this opportunity to welcome the President, Kenya Volleyball Federation. The President is here with us. Tumpigia makofi Charles Nyaberi for his brief remarks. Karibu sana, President. Welcome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, MC Kemei. It may have been a blessing for us in sports that you didn't get into mainstream politics, so that we can have your services. Now, our sponsor and patron for this event, and also for the coming mega event in Eldoret, the other guests who have come, the chairman of the Parliamentary Sports Committee, Bwana Honorable Dan Wanyama, whom we popularly call Amboseli. That was his playing name, and he terrorized people under that tag. The incoming chairman, and you know prayers are always valid. The incoming chairman of FKF, all guests, all protocols observed. On behalf of Kenya Volleyball Federation, we'd like to thank our sponsor for this very exceptional tournament, Bwana Kipchumba Karori, who is actually also, we are just waiting for a few days and a few more prayers, and we will add Honorable Kipchumba Karori. That is our prayer. All the teams that have come, the Kenya Volleyball Federation hierarchy, the National Executive Committee, the branches, the teams and team managers, the team sponsors, the commissions. We are very, very much glad this morning to have this official and formal launch of this very historic tournament. A historic tournament in that it's like Eldoret is going to celebrate its city status with our event. It's going to be the very first one. But before we go very far, I'd like to introduce you to the National Executive Committee members, the ones who hold the steering wheel to the running of Kenya Volleyball Federation. Please, the members of the National Executive Committee who are here, please, you can come forward. And also the chairman of commissions. This is the only person in volleyball, or rather in the executive committee, who is taller than me. I have to look up to him. The deputy president, he has already introduced himself. Deputy President Bwana Paul We call him Coach Paul Bitok Busiene. The tag coach is an honor which never goes away, just like honorable. Then he is also the vice chairman of Uasin Gishu Kenya Volleyball Federation branch. Uasin Gishu. Yeah. And then we have Mr. Kenneth Tonui, who for a long time was our long-serving treasurer, but now is the vice president. We have Mr. Isaac Kipleting Tirop, our very, very able chair of the Media Commission. He's also served before as the treasurer. Then we have Moses Gitau Kimani, who is the head of our anti-doping subcommittee. We take the anti-doping education very seriously because as much as it may not have penetrated our sport that much, but it's a threat. It's a threat, and we are preempting that. I call upon the Uasin Gishu, who are going to be our hosting committee. Please come forward. Ngojeni. I would like the senior most one to introduce them and say a little bit of Karibu.
Thank you so much. All protocol observed. Good morning. My name is Gideon Chisop. I'm the secretary. Kenya Volleyball Federation was in Kishu County. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome all of us and also to thank our sponsors, especially our patron, Mheshimiwa KARORI, for this mega tournament of its own kind in Eastern Central Africa. We are so grateful to host all of us, and the logistics are ongoing, and you will have a very successful meet. Welcome. Let me give my colleague to introduce herself.
Okay. Once again, my name is Jen B., Vice Chair, Gender Minority. Karibuni Eldoret City. Karibuni sana.
Sawa. I would like, in Kenya Volleyball, Bwana Patron, we believe in one adage. We are driven by a saying that we carry through 24 hours, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. The adage is we have the player at the center of everything we do. The player at the center of every initiative. The players will be at the center of all our plans and schemes. With that, I'd like to call upon the members of the Malkia Strikers who are here to please get up, come as you come, and also the Wafalmes, if there are any of them, plus their coaches, and also the coaches of the junior Malkias and junior Wafalmes. Please, let's save time as you come. Honorable guests, Kenya Volleyball Federation was registered in June 1964 for the first time. And that time, we were also transiting from 9-a-side to 6-a-side. After that, Kenya sort of stayed in abeyance, and we started making some serious moves in 1987 when we hosted the All Africa Games. And we formed the national women's team for the first time. Malkia Strikers actually was formed by accident because we were hosting and we didn't want to have a scenario. Karibu sana, Senator Mandago. Karibu, feel at home. So by default, Kenya put in a ladies team, and by accident, we were all shocked because in the preliminaries, the Kenya team beat the front runners, Egypt. Everybody was shocked. In fact, the president even came to watch the following match because nobody was expecting that. Unfortunately, because of lack of experience, they lost to the same Egyptian team in the finals. They got a silver. The first time that team was formed, they got a silver. The men's team has been working very hard. Mheshimiwa Wanyama was the team captain as well as overall Team Kenya captain for many years, and they have moved. And I would like now, I think Mheshimiwa Wanyama would be happy to hear that finally the seeds he put in place, now Wafalme, the dream is real. They have now moved up for the first time in history. The Kenya team, Wafalme, the men's team, got to the finals of the Africa Games, and Mheshimiwa was there to cheer us up. They are now officially number 2 in Africa, waiting to move on to number 1. What I'd like to do is I'd like to call upon, I think let them introduce themselves, and please very quickly, and include also your club status.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sila Makiso, head coach under 18 national team, and also the Kenya Defense Forces, in particular Kenya Air Force head coach. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Geoffrey Omondi, the assistant coach to Sila under 18 and the head coach Kenya Pipeline women's team.
Good morning all. My name is Joseph Barasa. I'm the head coach Kenya Prisons women's team and assistant coach Malkia Strikers. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. I'm Edith Wisa, middle blocker Malkia Strikers, and I also play for KCB volleyball team.
Good morning. My name is Lauren, Kenya Prison, middle blocker, also Malkia Strikers.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Triza Tuka, captain Malkia Strikers. I play as a middle blocker as well as for Kenya Pipeline.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharon Chepchumba, Malkia Strikers opposite player.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mercy Moim, the former captain Malkia Strikers, left attacker, and also the KCB left attacker player.
Morning. Sokoyo Marian, middle blocker, Kenya Pipeline.
Morning. Ekaru Gladys, middle blocker, Kenya Pipeline.
Good morning. Leonida Kasaya, left attacker, Malkia Strikers, and also Kenya Pipeline.
Good morning, everyone. Cheruiyot Wilson, Wafalme, middle blocker, Equity volleyball team captain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we can give them another better round of applause. You know, the reason why I'm saying so is, as the president ably put it earlier, the player is the center of attraction. Tupatieni makofi nyingine jamani.
These are some of the players who have been flying the Kenyan flag very, very high. They work very hard. They work overdrive. And we are very proud of you, and we thank you very much. And please make sure that you all turn up at the inaugural Kipchumba KARORI International Tournament in ELDORET. Thank you very much. Okay, besides the Malkia Strikers and Wafalme Stars, we have other products which are also coming up. And as you heard, some of the coaches are actually for the junior team. We have junior Malkias who fared very well in the last outing to Tunisia. And we also have the junior Wafalmes. We also have a very active and vibrant beach volleyball section. We have played very well. Our players have won Continental Cup. And anytime, I always tell Mheshimiwa Wanyama that anytime he shows up, we have good luck. He's our good luck omen. He went with them to Morocco, and they not only won the Continental Cup, for the first time Kenya qualified to represent Africa in the Olympics in beach volleyball. Makofi tafadhali. So we also liaise very closely with the schools in the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association and universities. Team managers. Yeah, because of time, because of the constraint of time, we'll not call you back up here. These are the people who are linked between ourselves and the team sponsors. They are the ones who work very hard. And their invitations are already at their tables, and they are the ones who are going to make sure that we have a good turnout. Thank you very much, and please pass our regards to the sponsors. We move to the next cadre of stakeholders who are very important to us, and these are our sponsors for this particular case, the Kipchumba Karori International, which is the first edition. We have the following stakeholders in the house. If they are represented, please just stand and wave so that we can acknowledge you. We have Mount Kenya University. Please just come. As I call you, come. Mount Kenya University. We have Reale Hospital in ELDORET, our perennial partners. We have D Square Apparel and Fashion. We have Assis Driving School. We have Rift Valley Bottlers Limited, Amaco Insurance, St. Luke's Hospital, Simba Talai Energy, TJ's Boutique Hotel, TV47, who are actually a subset, I'm informed, of Mount Kenya University. Please come. M-Pesa Foundation, Kenya Power, Communications Authority of Kenya. We have Kenya Commercial Bank, Odibets. We also have Kenya Pipeline, but they are coming in a different category. Please just briefly just tell us whom you are representing and tell us the good news that we expect.
Good morning. Guten Tag. Dr. Christopher Mutepei from Kenya University. We are happy to partner KARORI International Tournament. We are looking forward to be there. We are the people who take people to Germany to work there, and we are also taking people to the bush through our Maliki Maritime Academy. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kimtai Chumba. I'm the CEO of Assis Driving School. Assis. Yes, so Assis to co-best at ELDORET. We have one in Nakuru, we have one in Nairobi, we have one in Kericho, even Lodwar. I don't know, it's on a Lodwar battle. So thank you, the team Kipchumba Karori International Tournament. Tutakuwa na nyinyi kule ground na tukiwa pale promise we have several number of students who sponsor at personal level, courtesy of the Kipchumba Center.
All protocols observed. Good morning. My name is
from Amaco Insurance. We are particularly very happy to be part of this event.
And to have been part of the history as well of the whole since the session began. And today we are here myself and want to keep to just address this occasion and to promise you that we're going to work with you on this journey and we're going to
do every step of the way. So I can also pass the mic to Kip.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Leonard Kipkorir. I'm happy that we were the founders with Coach Paul Bitok. We've come a long way. Mr. President, you've known how we've, and our senator who was our governor is a witness for many years. He's graced our events, and we are very grateful. We want to say thank you for the business that you've given us as Amaco. We appreciate everybody, and welcome back to Amaco for your insurance. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Purity Ndwiga from the Communications Authority of Kenya. And of course, chief guest, on behalf of the Director General, we are really honored to be part of this event. And of course, we understand that the power of connection can be through technology, but also through the universal language of sports. So congratulations, and we wish you the very best.
Please, before you go, we'd like to have a real huge clap for our sponsors. Thank you very much. Like we said, our greatest asset is the player, but the player needs to be propped financially, materially, and that is where our sponsors come in to occupy a very special role. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this year is a bit different because for once, we have a sponsor, Bwana Kipchumba Karori, who on his own right has given us some very hefty support. But he has also taken the extra initiative. All these sponsors you saw here, plus the others we read, we are not the ones who reached out to them. Usually, Deputy President and myself go knocking in offices looking for sponsorship. But for once, this time, the sponsor for the tournament actually did it for us, and we thank you very much, because we know that is an achievement that would have been a bit out of reach for some of us. Now, the other sponsor whom we will not hesitate to put on top is the government of Kenya, Ministry of Sports. They are our regular sponsors. They sponsor us for about 80–90% of our deals. Yeah, we're just consulting a little bit. Yeah, and the Kenya government, through the Ministry of Sports, and with a lot of support from the chair of the Parliamentary Sports Committee, who is our own, Bwana Wanyama, we've managed to get very consistent and very substantive sponsorship from the government, which has enabled our national teams to go out and bring us a lot of glory. Like we said, the national men's team are number 2, the national women's team are number 1 in Africa, and they've won the Africa Cup of Nations for 10 times in a row. Now, without much ado, we'd like to invite one guest to usher in the others. Honorable Dan Wanyama, because you know us better than anybody else, would please like to call it upon you so that then you can now give the other guests a chance, the ones that you've come with, and plus the others who are there. Then we'll come back now to the Nini.
Thank you, the President, but with a small p, so that it is very clear that we only have one President. I want to take this opportunity, that is for avoidance of doubt. First, before I bring in the political wing, Let me first give an opportunity to the representative of Kenya Pipeline to come and greet us and also make a few remarks. Then after her, I'll get Hussein, who is my friend, to also come and say something now that we are praying for you to be another president with a small p, which I think will be something good for us to hear. Thank you, Karibu, Madam.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel Gadhoni, and I'm here from Kenya Pipeline. I was surprised we were on that table and we were skipped in introductions, but our chair was meant to be the one who was here, but she's held up somewhere. So God is good, I've still managed to introduce myself to this room. So I'm from Kenya Pipeline. I'm at the pipeline, but I'm also at the foundation. And maybe even before I give my remarks, Bwana President with a small p, your whole neck, hakuna hata mama hata mmoja hapo. I think they need to do something about that council. So I think it would be important for you to change that. So coming back to the remarks from Kenya Pipeline, we have been in this journey for a very long time. We actually started investing in volleyball for the last 40 years. And I think authoritatively I can say we have the best team and we have the most amazing players and the most beautiful ladies in volleyball. And we are wishing them all the best as they come to this initiative and hopefully participate and lead it forward. So receive greetings from our MD. He's not around, he's in Rwanda. Receive also greetings from our chair. She was meant to be here, but she is held up. But from her remarks, she just wanted to say that we are really proud of this initiative because we know sports, even for Kenya Pipeline, it has not only been about supporting the sports players, they actually become employees. So there are a lot of employees, even in my department, who are initially in our volleyball team. So for us, it's not just a team, they are also integrated into the company, and we believe in what you're doing, that even the players who are out there in many other teams, they'll be integrated in various places, whether it is in sports, whether it's in politics, or in various facets of the government. So with these brief initiatives, we wish all the players the best, and especially our team, and we wish the organizers the very best, that it will be as successful. You will have what you're planning and what you're hoping for will be achieved, and that really we keep supporting our sports players, because without our sportsmen, there are people who would not know Kenya. So we know they do a great job of brand ambassadorship for the country, and so we wish you well with this. We wish all the teams well, and regards from our chair, Ms. Faith Boynette, and regards from Joe Sang, who is our MD, and really from the fraternity of KPC. So thank you.
Thank you, Kenya Pipeline. I want to confirm that the executive of Kenya Volleyball Federation has ladies as well. It is only that they have not come to attend this function today. But again, now, in the interest of time, let me welcome Hussein to make a remark.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Before Hussein speaks, I'd like to say something about sports in general. This sports is it's co-twined, if I may use that word. Volleyball, basketball, soccer, and all that. We've been having some slow moments in soccer, and I believe that all of us know about that. Something is happening in the next 10 days, and I believe there's something that is happening is going to bring the new future for soccer. So the gentleman standing here is one of the guys who is going to make soccer great once again in Kenya. Let's please welcome Hussein Mohammed.
Hamjambo nyote. Dan Wanyama, MP and Chair of the Sports Parliamentary Committee. Senator Mandago, my good friend Kipchumba, President of Volleyball and your entire NEC. Salam alaikum. Mimi ni kuwashukuru sana. First of all, Kipchumba, what you have done to take up this initiative is a big step. I think when I was in high school, 4 sports, I remember vividly, were very popular. The first one, of course, was football. The second one was basketball. Third was rugby. but volleyball was also played in every school. And when you go to every village, I think in this country, the two sports that you will not miss is football and volleyball. It is played everywhere. Na kwanza hapo kwa beach football na beach volleyball, we need to do some work. It has a lot of potential. So Kipchumba, to you and to the team, congratulations on this initiative. You might not realize it, but the aspirations of thousands and thousands of young people depend on sports development. We can get our kids out of poverty. We can inculcate a culture of discipline in our youth through sports. So this is a wonderful initiative. I pray that you continue supporting it and more people come on board. Most of you might not know I'm also the CEO of Extreme Sports, and the original idea was to support sports across board, not just football. So in the next coming days, volleyball has done very well over the years. You've made Kenya proud under the stewardship of the likes of Dan and your president and the rest of the team. So to the team, hongera. We need now to emulate that across other sports. And football has to be up there. We have no choice. So on the 7th of December, siwezi jua who is here, who has influence kwa hizo kura. Delegates watapiga kura na waomba. Whoever you know in your neighborhood, in your county, who has a vote on the 7th of December, waambie tafadhali wanipigie mimi na Mariga. It would be very unfair for me to stand in front of you and not ask for those votes, because I know you have influence in this country. So look for your delegate in whichever county they come from and ask for their vote. Nasema asanteni sana. God bless you all.
Thank you. Let me also invite now the Senator of Uasin Gishu, His Excellency Mheshimiwa Mandago, who is also a volleyballer like me and a few of you.
Why are people laughing mischievously when they say I'm a volleyballer? We are the defending champions for East Africa Parliamentary Games. So, Chair of the National Assembly Sports Committee, the President of Volleyball, Mzee Nyaberi. I heard somebody saying, Nyaberi amekuwa mzee tumtoe. Nikamwambia, afadhali mzee ako na passion kwa sports kuliko kuweka anybody. So congratulations, you are doing a very good job with your council. First, let me take this opportunity to congratulate my friend Kipchumba for initiating and working with the volleyball team to have this tournament in ELDORET. This tournament is a very great event for our county. Volleyball is one of the sports that is loved and has a lot of following in that region. And we would have missed this year if Kipchumba had not taken the initiative to make sure that we have something over Christmas to celebrate about. So congratulations, and I want to wish you well. And to all sponsors, we just want to assure you as a leadership of Uasin Gishu that we do appreciate the effort you are putting and the resources, because this goes to build talents and grow. And that is how some of our young people have found their way into employment opportunities in your institutions and many other institutions. So we really want to urge anybody else in the room who was still debating whether to participate in sponsorship to join the team that is here to sponsor this great, great event. We shall be looking forward to hosting you. Remember, we are the new city in the country, and we have the latest spices in the menu of tourism. I will not tell you today, because I just have to tell you when you're on the ground. So you must purpose to be in ELDORET City for this tournament. Otherwise, to our players who have done this country proud, both men and women, we really congratulate you, and you have our support. Amako, as my friend said, for many years, they have sponsored this event in ELDORET, and I'm happy to see you also as part of the sponsors of this event. And we shall also continue supporting you as a company who also loves sports. Sports as a way of uniting people and creating some happiness that you cannot measure. Hussein, we wish you all the best. And I really want to urge, I think it is time, Bwana Wanyama, because you are the chair of sports, when we have these federations, let's have people running sports who have participated in that sport. Hakuna haja ya kuokota mtu kama mimi, nilikuwa nachoma makaa, naambiwa simamia football. You know, that is how we lose. But I think football will be great if we have Marika at the top and Hussein here. And we have Nyaberi, who was a former player. That's why you see some federations are doing well, others are not doing well, because the people we have given the opportunity to manage the sports, they have no interest, they have no passion, they are there for other things other than the sport. So we really want to urge that all our federations, all our sports people, we also encourage you to take the leadership positions of those federations so that we can grow sports in this country in a professional way. And we shall be able to enjoy. I hope we shall have opportunity to begin enjoying football. As a county, we used to have two very strong teams. We used to have Rivertex, and we used to have KCC. And I remember one time Seychelles came to play in Kipchoge Stadium. Nasiseme sana. I hope Kipchoge Stadium will be complete. And we miss those days because we were looking forward to a match every weekend. Of course, AFC and Gor Mahia would come to source players in those teams. And we had a very great football fan base in ELDORET. We hope you can now come and help us recreate, you know, the love of sports, local teams, so that we are not glued to Manchester United, sijui gani. Anyway, mimi sikuangi kwa hiyo. Mimi na kwa volleyball ya kijiji na ya bunge peke yake. But we want our own local teams in the country. We also want to urge companies to sponsor local teams, even at the ward level, you know. Congratulations, Kenya Pipeline. Of course, the defense forces have been in the forefront of sports, Equity Bank, KCB, and others. We also want to urge the local companies in this country that also support sports in whatever level so that we can grow talents across the country. Otherwise, congratulations, and you have our support as a leadership of Uasin Gishu County. Asanteni sana na karibuni Eldoret.
Thank you very much, Senator. There's one thing you forgot to say, that you have a very talented son. I saw your son playing soccer some time back. Hiyo ndio hukutuambia. Another challenge is once it has happened, Hussein has been elected, tutakuja huko Uasin Gishu tuamshe hizo matimu, because Transcom, Rivertex zilikuwa zinapatia the city, that is Eldoret city, its status. City bila timu ya mpira, city bila timu ya volleyball is not a city. Situpatie Senator makofi jamani. I like the fact that the Senator anaelewa, anaongea kuhusu Transcom, anaongea kuhusu Rivertex. That means when we knock your door, unatufungulia tu kama watu wa mpira. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Arocho. Unajua huyu mtu wako na mambo mengi sana, and we love him because he knows his job well. Before I make my remarks, there is one sponsor that I just wish to recognize and maybe just come over. Mojiv Kenya Limited. Yes, please. I give you a minute. I've broken protocol a bit, but I think...
Mheshimiwa,
yes.
Mojiv are going to do as a presentation.
Okay.
So because you've talked about Mojiv, ladies and gentlemen, pole sana Mheshimiwa. There's a presentation. Mojiv is a company that is doing something very strange. I'll call it strange because in Africa we are not really accustomed to motor vehicles ambazo zinatumia stima. It is just getting into our system. So this particular moment, Mojiv watatufanyia presentation. Tukikubali, tugeuke, tuweze kuangalia runinga ambayo iko hapo nyuma. Mojiv watatufanyia some presentation. So if you're ready. Okay. Naona jamaa shingo inakataa, lakini we'll just have to turn so that we see what Mojiv is presenting to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, habari ya leo. I'm very sorry I have to make you turn. All the other sponsors are sponsors that we know. They do what we are used to, Kenya Pipeline and the rest. With Moja EV is something new. As we come into the market, I hope we present to you, we introduce you to what we are doing before we can continue. Before I start the presentation, I would like to thank Mheshimiwa Your Honor Kipchumba. Being Your Honor does not mean lazima ukue elected. You can be Your Honor by doing what you are doing to the society. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Kipchumba. I'll also want to say thank you to my old friend, His Excellency, Governor, Senator Jackson Mandago, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, sports people are here, Volleyball of Kenya, asanteni sana kutualika hapa na nyinyi. Moja EV is a company that is affiliated to a Chinese manufacturer of electric vehicles. We want to cut costs, we want to protect environment, that's why we're going this way. These are some of the factories in China, or the picture you just watched, that we are dealing with. We are bringing vehicles that are fully built, but as I'm talking to you, we are building a factory here in Kenya, and we are very soon starting to, yesterday we got the certificate to start assembly in the country. So we'll be doing the vehicles locally for the African market, not only for Kenya. As I said earlier, electric vehicles have had a few problems in Kenya and in Africa as a whole because people do not have information. If we knew about electric vehicles and the benefits we have, we could have proper infrastructure, both in counties and in major highways, the Ministry of Transport, and these vehicles will be the basis of transportation in Kenya as it is right now. These are some of the products we have. This is a pickup double cab. Four-wheel, it can be used in any kind of terrain. And our catalog, we have a variety of vehicles, starting from minibuses, SUVs. The pickup double cab that you saw, it's a four-wheel drive. We have Nissan Matatu that we are launching in January. We saw Pipeline and other investors who are here. We have lorries that can carry load, and they have electric power. That means they are more powerful than fuel vehicles. These ones, we introduced 100 of them. They're called NetaV. Last week, we launched 100 of electric vehicles into the Kenyan taxi market. In Nairobi, I think you've seen some of them. They are on lease. We have ambulances. We've had a lot of problems, especially in the villages, where unapata hospitals do not have fuel for the vehicles. Some of the vehicles are spoiled because the engine is quite complex to repair and service and all that. With our electric vehicles, these vehicles do not have engines. So maneno ya service hakuna. Spark plugs haziko. So maintenance, almost zero. There's no fuel cost. Utaidunga kwa ukuta the same way you charge your phone, you'll be charging your car. That means you're cutting costs by 80%. These ambulances can be the solution we have for these county hospitals and other kind of facilities, the clinics, so that everybody can access a vehicle at any given time of the night if they are sick, our mothers, and all that. We have some of this downstairs for those who want to have a test drive. It's called a Skyworth. This vehicle on a single charge, nimeona watu wengi hapa ni ELDORET. Imagine living in comfort, unatoka Nairobi to ELDORET and use only 1,700 shillings on fuel. That is charge. So you can go to ELDORET, you come back with this SUV, na umetumia 3,400. Can you imagine that? And the car is fast. I know you have your TXs, your V8, your Mercedes Benz. You have nothing on this when it comes to comfort and speed. The NetaV, we have a lot of this. We have 100, and we are planning by next year March, we will have 600 of these NetaVs as taxis. That's why I'm encouraging, and we thank you for inviting us. I hope by that next year when we are having this tournament, those exemplary sportsmen and women will be able to win these vehicles as awards. All right? so that these ladies and gentlemen will be driving themselves to the pitch to go and train and all that, because this car is efficient, cost effective, very comfortable to drive in. Now, okay, power bank is very important. You have to keep one of those. Now, I'm sure most of the people will be asking about charging solutions. Okay? These vehicles, as you can see, we have different variety of vehicles that are here in Kenya right now. Charging solutions is, we have chargers that every vehicle moves with a charger. And when you buy our vehicle, you are given that charger for your office or your home. So you don't need to worry about where you're going to charge your vehicle. But for those ones who are doing biashara, you want the matatu or the van, or you have a big facility, this one moves with the vehicle. We'll give you a bigger charger, whereby this one, it will be installed in different places. In Nairobi, you have several of these, and we are now placing them on major highways from Mombasa to Malaba. Then we go to Kisumu, we go towards Mrima, towards Mount Kenya region. Yes, and you can be able to move an electric car anywhere in the country without worrying about where you charge your vehicle. These are some of the charging stations we have in Nairobi. As you can see, there are a lot. Maintenance. There are some institutions here, like the university. You take people to Germany. Please, some of those people who you are taking to Germany, to Lete, we will train them for free in e-mobility, how to service their vehicles, all right? How to be able to maintain them. So instead of taking everybody to Germany, bring some of them to us. We'll introduce a new curriculum called e-mobility, where they'll be able to service and operate this vehicle. This is our service center in Samia Business Park. If you guys have time, please pass by, see what you do, have a test drive. Asanteni sana. My name is Eric Lumalas.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause to Eric. And there's a challenge that I want to give Eric before he sits down. Eric, there's a challenge. Ile makofi tutakupatia itaenda na ukitupatia offer
So my rallying call is just to ask more sponsors, to sponsor more teams. Of course, they will be doing very serious welfare service to those players, and it will go down very well that this country will be sorted out when it comes to the issue of employment. And for the first time, we have only gotten the executive that appreciates sports. I want to say without any fear of contradiction, Arocho, and you can quote me, that ever since Kenya got independent, sports has been taken as just something on the periphery. And yet, it is the potential. And the route we are taking, I can tell you, we will sort out this issue of Gen Zs because they will be occupied in a better way than to allow them to come and occupy parliament, so that the process of unity of this country will be the issue that will be forgotten and once and for all. So I want to applaud the president, who is himself hands-on. And that is why in the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, if you look at it, sports is key. And that's why we have something called Talanta ni Hela. Because once you have talent, we want talent to change your life, and we want that talent that you have to make you have a very comfortable life going forward. So what you have done, KARORI, with the sponsors on board, I can tell you it is going to sort out a family somewhere, and they will live a better life. One thing as I conclude, that now that Eldoret is a big city, and in the western part of Kenya, we do not have any indoor arena. Because for hosting of any international games in terms of maybe volleyball, basketball, handball, without an indoor arena, it will be a challenge. So I want to take responsibility and say that if the city can get us some land, we will purpose to push the sports ministry at least to have an indoor arena in Eldoret, so that it can sort out the part of Western to host the tournaments. Because sometimes you just blame these teams that they have not performed so well. But you see, without infrastructure, because most of these teams, they play outdoor. When now you go for the international matches, you would go indoor. So you will find out that the practicing of your people has a mismatch already from the word go. And yet Kenyans expect so much, and they have invested so little in the preparation of these teams. To jenge one indoor arena in Eldoret that will accommodate the western part, because that kind of arena is only in Nairobi of infrastructure as far as sports is concerned. So I want to thank you and most sincerely say that come that day. Unfortunately, I don't know whether me and the senator will be around, because we shall be having our finals also in Mombasa, because we are hosting the parliamentary games where all the 8 member states of East Africa, including DRC, we are converging in Mombasa for almost 2 weeks in participating in our parliamentary games. But we will find a way, if we can maneuver the schedule and we finish our games early, I think you will see us in Eldoret, because we wish to be there to see the finals of that game. Thank you, Arocho. I think back to the Federation so that you can finish up with the other agenda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Mush.
Those who don't know me, Dan Wanyama is my name, MP Webuye West, and also I'm privileged to be the chairman of the Sports and Culture Departmental Committee in the National Assembly. Thank you.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa. Well, there's something you've said about the international arena at ELDORET. I did some research as a journalist, and I realized talk has some connection to have an international arena in ELDORET. Anajua hajui, ati nimekuchunguza. There are sponsors who are ready to sponsor a very good facility in ELDORET, but shida iko mahali kidogo. I'm sorry, nilikuchunguza, but utaniruhusu because the leadership of the county are here. You have the connection, and we have the land. So, Bitok, nimekuchallenge. You need to challenge to tuwe na hiyo kitu kule. Those guys are ready to build that thing for free. Karibu sana, my co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman reminds me of our heritage. Whenever I see him doing his stuff, more so on social media, I remember our heritage, because he can speak several languages, and the fact that he can do that shows that Kenya is one. So
thank you very much, Rachel. Well, I participated, I ran in Chepsaita last time with Daniel Sitati Wanyama, and there's no way, I was talking about, there's no way Wanyama can beat Kemei in a race.
What type of race?
But now, of course, it was cross country. And you know what Wanyama did? He beat me squarely. So
you participated in marathon?
On 7th, I'm ready for you, sir. I'll tuck in my stomach, and of course. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We also appreciate the member of County Assembly who is around here from Rescos. He is around. Honorable Amos. Honorable Amos is around here. We also appreciate the fact that Jackson Mandago, as the immediate former governor from Eldoret, for the last 10 years, has been on the back of this race. And he actually knows the history of the volleyball, of how emotive and emotional this game is. As you said, we love all these sports. We also want to appreciate the other sponsors. The ODBets are here with us. ODBets are here with us, and we appreciate them so much. These are the people who help also those, if you don't participate in the field, then you participate in winning money.
You know, when you mention ODBets, you mention me.
Yes.
I'm expecting my managing director in a short while be walking in. So when you mentioned ODBet, umeona nimekuja.
Umeona umekuja hapo.
Hiyo ni nyumba yangu.
So there's a way you register. Roger will tell us how you register, how you also play, so that you, during your free time, make sure you earn money. We have Kenya Power Foundation. They're also with us. D-Square is in the heart of the Eldoret city. These are people who deal with apparel under the leadership of their CEO, who is Dan, and I believe he's here. Probably because of time. We also have Communication Authority of Kenya. These are the people who give us licenses to be at the same place where I am with Arocho.
We need to give them a round of applause.
Let's give them a round of applause. Let's appreciate them.
Let's hold there. Well, I do much of soccer.
Yes.
And I've never seen sponsors wengi hivi. So guys, when we mention a partner, we need to appreciate them. They put their money, and that money, ndio maana tutasmile tukiwa Eldoret. So when a sponsor or a partner is mentioned, naomba tafadhali.
Yes. Hata Kenya Power, watu kama Kenya Power, you see all this electricity that we have here. KPLC. Hata mulika mwizi.
Makofi yao jamani.
Makofi. Others watatuzimia stima sahi. And I've seen a representative from these ones, and we have, as I mentioned, D-Square apparel. These are people who are making sure that we are very smart, and we have. That's where I also got this from them, D-Square and a little Topigia Makofi. That's where you will get. And I found somebody here today who told me, where did you get this wonderful attire? Then I will give you the number. Dan has plenty of them, and in different colors. Maybe you don't like red, you like black. And Arocho, you like green.
White, because I'm black.
White, because you are.
Yes.
Tupigia makofi. Let's appreciate Dan. We also have the hospitals that are there, and most probably the Moja EV. So ambulances itakuwa free of smoke, because we have your vehicle now, and I believe you have one that can be converted into ambulances. Just zinatoka kuchomoka mbio sana. Sasa the only thing that the sound that we'll hear of a car is the siren. Lakini gari inaenda nywe. Thank you very much. Kuna ndege pia. Kuna ndege ambaye haitumii. Because we also want to fly to ELDORET na ndege ambaye inatumia. Thank you very much. We also appreciate Real Hospital. Let's appreciate Real Hospital. Tuwapigie makofi. Asante sana. And the difference between doctors and ourselves is when you say 3 times 1 and 1 times 3 is the same. But for doctors, particularly from Real Hospital, 3 times 1 is madawa yoyote 3 mara moja. Then 1 times 3, moja asubuhi, moja saa 6, moja jioni. And we appreciate them so much. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have TJ's Boutique Hotel. These are people who actually will be there to serve us sometimes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a place where we will sleep, because I have been told now that all the hotels in ELDORET and ABMBs are booked. We only have some few spaces in this special hotel, the TJ's Hotel. This is where you can get mursik. This is where you can get special mursik, and you can get sojot and the rest. And then Reg also is found here. Ladies and gentlemen, before we have the team, the Mateka, these are people who have played volleyball for all this time round. For the last, since 98, nimeona kina Mateka, Ibusimama, kina Biwot. All this team, hii watu ambao wanatoka Eldoret, ina Ibra, the Ibras of the area, wako hapo, na wale team yote, wale mabingwa ambaye lazima wakue katika tournament. We've seen you, and and several other people who are here. So ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed, now we are almost coming to the climax of it all. Rocho, I believe we have M-Pesa Foundation, please.
Yes.
M-Pesa Foundation. We
Yes.
can't forget you.
Yes.
Because each and every time, for all those people who are in the city, you know very well, watu wa reserve wakipiga, mtaongea vizuri, how is Nairobi, habari ya watoto, habari ya kila mtu, habari, and then nitumie kitu. That is the kibwagizo.
So we must appreciate M-Pesa Foundation.
M-Pesa Foundation. Without these people, sijui tungetuma pesa kupiga. Tuwapigie makofi, let's appreciate them. Thank you so much. Coca-Cola. Kinywaji. Coca-Cola.
Thank you. A round of applause for Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen.
Coca-Cola. We have the Rift Valley
And did you mention TV47?
TV47, of course. When I see
No, you need to bring it back again.
Now.
Yes. TV47, ladies and gentlemen, will be live.
TV47
will be live during the event. And once again, thank you. Radio 47 will also be there.
Radio 47 will be there.
Yes.
CAS FM International and CAS TV will be there.
Good.
We are not competing. We are working together to see that we have a success in this tournament to the best and to the best of it all. We have to reach that person who is in Kilgoris, reach that person who is in Mombasa to know what is happening in ELDORET. Thank you very much. We still have, finally, I think, Kenya Volleyball Federation, the president is here, and the deputies are here, and the entire team that are here. Kenya Development Corporation. We have one special person here, one lady. We know physiologically there are things that we need in the Maslow's hierarchy. One is housing in Nairobi. Please, can we have this lady up here? Tafadhali, tunataka manyumba Nairobi hii. Nasikia kuna nyumba ya 200 shillings. And if you don't believe, she's here. Please, tafadhali kwa dakika moja tu, tuelezee vile tunaweza pata hizi manyumba, vile tunaweza ishi ndani, vile tunaweza nunua, na ni how many bedrooms, kama ni bungalow, ama ni the rest. Now, let's appreciate this lady. Tumpige makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Asante.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure if we have houses for 200 shillings, but we'll get to understand that as we continue. But thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Leah Kimboy. I am truly happy to be here. I'm representing the acting CEO, Affordable Housing Board, and that is the newest organization in the block, and we are truly proud to be associated with this event. I'm happy to see members of parliament, CEOs. I know I've not introduced myself properly, but all protocols observed. We are here to support the tournament. Kipchumba Karori, congratulations. I'm happy to see my Senator Mandago. That is my home country, county. And we will be on the ground during the event to support the community and especially the sportsmen and women. We are truly happy for the joy and the pride that you bring us as a country. We will be supporting you and the entire community to register to benefit from the affordable housing scheme. To do that, you must have an account with eCitizen. You should also, if you do not have one, you can do that right away as we speak. You can also dial *832# and begin your homeownership journey. We have many projects going on across the country. We have many other projects also going on in Uasin Gishu County. We are imploring you to register and take advantage of the government program on affordable housing. As we excel in sports, we also want you to be a home owner. So asante sana and all the best. I'll be available to answer a few questions as the event continues. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's appreciate tumpige makofi tafadhali. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to welcome the person behind all this, and this is none other than Honorable Kipchumba Karori. And this is actually, thank you for bringing back the glory to ELDORET. Thank you so much. And as we are here now, let's put our hands together to welcome the patron, Kipchumba Karori. ELDORET International Volleyball Tournament is here. Tumpigie makofi. Tusimame tafadhali. Standing ovation. Let's appreciate. Tumpigie makofi. Karibu sana. May you be seated.
Thank you, Excellency. Tuketi tafadhali. I think allow me to adopt the established protocol and acknowledge all that are here this morning and say karibuni sana and asanteni kwa kuja. I would like to start by thanking our sponsors, all of you, for dedicating your resources for this tournament. And also special mention for the Kenya Volleyball Federation for accepting our request through the president and the deputy president, Bwana Bitok, the coach, to allow us inject some new energy and impetus in the ELDORET International Volleyball Tournament, noting that that is the home or the reservoir of the volleyball talent. The Western region for a very long time has been the home or the hub of the talent. So if the activity on volleyball goes down at home, it means nationally the standards of volleyball are diminishing. So I'm very proud to be associated with all these brands. And as a former amateur volleyballer, I am at home. For those who grew up back then, will understand that there was a Kapkong Paul Boit. I come from there. We used to watch. Back then, service was from, ilikuwa inatoka chini kienda. Siku hizi inatoka ni above the head. So those were the days. So we are here to reinvigorate that spirit. And we are also here to to lend a hand to a young person in the village who has the passion for this sport, but does not know where do they go from here. We are here for that. This tournament is a culmination of the talent we want to bring forth to the nation, to the nation's apex in Nairobi, but it must be done from ELDORET. We want to go to ELDORET on 13, 14, and 15 to harness talent. And that is why we are building a special category. Chairman, this is the category of Talantahela. I hold the belief that you cannot build talent from elite level. You build inspiration. At the lower level, primary and tertiary, you can nurture talent around there. But when you come to this senior level, Kina Mohim, what they help us now with is to inspire the rest and to inspire a generation. And when I accepted this offer to take part as a patron of this event, I accepted it knowing that I come with a young energy to inspire the generation behind me, to dream and to expand the paths, to move away from the traditional football and athletics and go back to our old love of volleyball and create some value so that people can imagine that I can play volleyball today and tomorrow Kenya Pipeline, KCB, GSU will give me a place. I don't need to work in an office, but what I need is just to pursue my talent. We are here today, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the journey of expanding that realm of bringing forth the young people. So I will not have a lot to say. Mine is just to be thankful for all of us, for coming, for the sponsors, for accepting to work with us the journey. There is something that has been spoken by the chairman. Chairman, we are at an advanced level of working on the indoor arena. In the next 2 or 3 years, we've gotten the partners. We have people who have agreed through the legal channels to give us 10 acres in ELDORET to build an indoor arena for volleyball, all these other indoor games, and handball. So I think what will be coming to you now as the chair sports committee is to just help us to tie what I'll call the last mile. And we are glad this morning we also have the chairman of the sports committee was in Gishu County Assembly, my friend Gilbert Mweshmiwa. So I think we are end to end to Kosasawa. What we just need to build is to build on the goodwill we have and just make sure that the sponsors who've come forth, we can work with them and the partners, the people who've agreed to build with us, and then we allow the Ministry of Sports to run it. So I think that is the journey we are starting today. And we are also saying in this tournament, it is unique because for the supporting teams, both for men and women, everybody will go home with something. Every team. Because the core business of the tournament is to spur talent. We are endeavoring to give every participating team at the mid-level 4 balls and a new net. So that if we go back to the 15th ELDORET International Volleyball, we want to see quality improvement. So that by the time we come to the indoor arena, we build some capacity. That is what we are here to do. And to also make sure that even as we support the primary and the tertiary institutions, we are saying through our sponsors, we have 10 scholarships from one of our sponsors, and we have another 10 scholarships from Mount Kenya University. So everybody will win something. You might not win the main trophy, but you might go home with something that changes your life. So that is why we are saying ELDORET International Tournament will be a unique tournament on its 14th edition. And in saying that, we recognize those that this tournament has been built on their sweat. In a special way, I want to recognize Amaco Insurance because they have given this tournament the breadth of life that it has been to this level. Even as we onboard new sponsors, we must recognize the grandfather sponsors who've birthed the idea, Paul Bitok and all those, as we work towards eventually having an ELDORET International Indoor Arena that will now make us champions. And in saying that, I recognize and appreciate both our current and former players. We have no arena, with one arena in the country. We are #1 and #2 in Africa. Situjipigie makofi. If we now invest in devolved infrastructure, I think we can be better and the competition will go a notch higher. And I want to challenge the federation. We need to discuss an animal known as mentorship. We need to talk about mentoring the new Mohim, the new Mayo, the new Kinamakuto, and everybody. Where will we get those new people if there is no mentorship? We are glad today we have the legends of the sport, but what have they done? If we close the door today, how many Dan Wanyamas will we have? How many Nyaberis will we have? How many Paul Bitok will we have? How many of all these big names will we have? Are we together? So that becomes the bedrock of the thought of why we need this event to be successful. Because we need to bring both the player and the game at the center. And even as we inculcate new impetus to the game, we are glad the federation recognizes that doping is an issue, and you have already inculcated it within your leadership. It is a breath of fresh air, and it is where we want to take the world. My senator was reminding me when the chairman was speaking that we want to move from occupying to being occupied. Is that the position? So we want the Gen Z to move from occupying parliament and other places to being occupied, and meaningfully so. So that becomes our goal. And as I conclude, I would like to just announce something here. That the tournament, as we say that there will be various awards to be won. There are those who will win scholarships. There are those who will talk to my friend Dr. Mutembei to go to Germany. There are those who will get a scholarship to study in a diploma in the Kenya Pipeline College in ELDORET. The cash awards will be as follows. The winning team for elite will be $500,000. The $500,000 will be for both men and women. Self-supporting teams, the winner will take home $300,000. Universities and colleges, it will be $50,000 because we have also scholarships for some people in this category. And from the self-supporting teams to the primary schools, we will be awarding the top 4 teams. Anybody who goes to the semi-final is already a winner. And what we are doing with that is to try and spur talent, to try and show volleyballers that you matter. Chairman, the next time we come here, we will be talking about insurance of the volleyballers and their place in SHA and their place post-retirement. That is what my friend Extreme Sport is trying to push, that we must not care about a player today. We must also care about a player as they retire. Because when they stop playing, they become important in other aspects of life. That is when we'll discuss about injuries. I carry a long-time injury from volleyball. What happens to us? So I think that will form the gist of what we are going to expect in ELDORET, apart from the other one, where Senator Mandago will help us with the culture and other things. So before I conclude my remarks, I would like to just recognize anybody from Uasin Gishu County Assembly, starting with the chairman and all the members. Just step forward. Chesh. We also have our friend from Kajiado County. Do we have teams there? Mheshimiwa, kanyaga mbele. So I'll just give them a moment each to say just a word. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Kipchumba KARORI, and all protocol observed. Good afternoon. I'm Honorable Gilbert Lagat, MCA, Uasin Gishu County, member representing Kiplombe Ward. Also, I'm the chair, Youth and Sports Committee. On behalf of the committee and the whole County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, tunasema karibuni sana. As my senator said, welcome to the new city. Thank you.
My brother Oliver Kipchumba, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. So my name is Honorable Evelyn Tirop, a member of County Assembly of Uasin Gishu from Tarbo Sub-County, Tapsagoi Ward, but under special elect position. So mengi yamesemwa na our senator and all people who have talked in front of us. Mine is just to say welcome. Karibuni Uasin Gishu, pale mtapata mursik and everything. Culture uja mention sana Oliver. Mandago, I know that's your part. So tuweke kisisitizi kidogo. Karibuni.
The patron, Kipchumba Karori, and all the protocols observed, good morning. Kwa majina naitwa Gerard Kiblagat Koech, nominated MCA representing youth, and also a member of the youth committee. So tunasema asante sana Oliver kwa kufikiria hii tournament ya valuable, and we welcome you all. On 13, 14 and 15, we will be there to welcome you in Eldoret. Karibuni to the newest city, and we hope all will be well. Thank you.
All protocols observed. Thank you, Kipchumba, for this beautiful event. My name is Tabitha Karanja from Kajiado County. And Kipchumba, we also do sports, not only Nyamachoma. Thank you very much.
Okay, our patron received apologies from our speaker from County Assembly of Uasin Gishu. He was supposed to be with us here today, but there is an urgent matter that he had to attend. Thank you.
Asante sana. Temei, uwanja ni yako.
Let's give them a round of applause. These are the guys who will be welcoming us to Eldoret. So at this particular moment, we'll move over. I believe that we are done with the speech. So
Yes.
kindly, Mheshimiwa, just hold.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kipchumba Karori. As he has mentioned, I think he just mentioned the first awards. We also have, like senior elite men's, we have 500. The highest we've done, Bito can say, is around 120,000. And now that will be actually the second runners up will be 100,000. Then the first runners up will be 300,000. And the total money will be 3.6 million Kenya shillings. So pick a coffee, let's appreciate. That is the money that will remain with our athletes and our sportsmen from all over the country. Thank you very much. I would like to appreciate the CEO, I think for a word, just a word, and then CEO, please, Kipkurui, just a word to Salamia too. And then we'll go straight to the lounge.
When the CEO is preparing to give us some remarks, we'll move over to the presentation of the checks. So kindly, the guys who are going to help us present the checks, be on standby. Mheshimiwa, just hold. Once he's done with his remarks, we'll move over to the presentation of the checks.
Right, thank you. The patron, Karori Kipchumba, for Eldoret International Volleyball Championship Tournament. Senator Mandago and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. I think I stand here not as the CEO of IGRTC, but as a friend of the patron and also a volleyballer at heart. I come from the hills of Tinderet with one other member of this sitting called Ibra, and we were very much disadvantaged when we were growing in Tinderet. How do you play volleyball on top of a hill? And you are this long. So I had to be a volleyballer at heart because the ball will be served once, it goes down the valley. So it takes another 30 minutes for it to be served afresh. So that is why we decided we do mountain run. And so we welcome you every year to Baringatun Mountain Run, which is completed or ends at that mountain that I'm referring. So next time when you're there, when you see that final point for the mountain run, that is what I'm referring to. And it is real. Let's attempt, Wanyama, when you come next time for mountain run, we'll do the volleyball. You'll understand why we have a problem. But that here in Nairobi, and I'll request them to rise. We have Kiprono. Kiki, if still she's here, kindly rise. Wakili. We have Lowoi. So we have our positions in service in government, but we have our positions as friends. So we are here as friends of Kipchumba. We are also colleagues serving this government, and we are here to support the initiative that we have so that we're able to bring back the glory of volleyball in Uasin Gishu. Them days when we were, I want to believe, Kinamohim, whenever Kinamohim were playing, is when we were saying, now, si Mungu ameka flatten ni milima ya Tindred, we would have been also playing with them. And one time, when Bitok was still on the arena, as he said, now I realize they are taller people than me. So, for that reason, we rather partner with you so that when photos are taken with our heights, it is assumed that we are former volleyballers. So, and truly we are at heart. So, we want to appreciate Karori. We are here to support you as friends, and we want to confirm that we will be there as well. And on the intergovernmental space, the fact that we are going to have so many counties playing there, then I will be there in my capacity to ensure that both levels of government are working harmoniously. So wish you well, wish the teams that are going to participate all the best, and congratulations, Kipchumba. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO. What I've liked about you is that you appreciate that you cannot play volleyball. You've mentioned Tingeret 5 times, the hills, but that's just an excuse. Makofi jamani tumpatie CEO wetu. So at this moment, we'll move over to the presentation of the checks. The other partners, that is Mount Kenya University, the rest like Rift Valley Bottlers, Amaco Insurance, these are guys who are going to present the checks on the ground on that day. But today we are going to have 2 institutions to show the way. We'll start with the Communication Authority of Kenya. Kindly, Mheshimiwa, proceed, and I'll request
the President.
The President, please. I'll request Senator
Bitok,
kindly. Mheshimiwa Wanyama, kindly join us. KPC, kindly join us up, kindly. Hussein Mohammed, kindly join us. Watu lazima to brand. Let's brand. Wapatie kofia. Now we are moving over to the official moment. So tafadhali, let's brand our ambassadors. So kindly. Tusonge hivi kidogo so that it can be covered. Good. Let's move in. Let's move
Great.
in. Guys, we smile. Unajua hapa kwa check, ngoja kwanza my colleagues. Hapa kwa check lazima smile because this is money. Yeah.
Hapa ni pesa sasa.
Hapa ni pesa. So ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya Communication Authority wametupatia 300,000. I need a check isonge hivi kidogo tu so
300,000 is good money. Let's appreciate them. Tupige makofi kabisa.
We need to smile. Yani kusmile ni kucheka kidogo.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And your picture itoke. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the first partner. Thank you very much.
Authority of Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, the other partner, and I'll say something about this partner. I'm not that young, I'm not that old. By the way, it's my birthday today. This is an institution that siku zote volleyball inatajwa in Kenya. Kenya Pipeline inatajwa. Jamani, ngoja
kidogo. Where are the players from Kenya Pipeline? Where are you?
Yeah.
I want you to be here. Kujeni hapa mbele.
Kujeni jamani.
Please, we have 3-4 ladies there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we want to see you. Ladies and gentlemen,
I
please.
need a very good clap. Ngojeni, hii picha bado ngoja. You know, as I said earlier, as I was growing up, when volleyball is mentioned, Kenya Pipeline Company is mentioned. Tuwapatieni makofi yao jamani. Just a moment. Hussein tujazeni pande hii. Guys, songa hapa Bitok. I need this photo tight because hii ndio ile ya gazeti. Senator, songa, hii ni ya gazeti. Hii pesa ni kubwa bwana. Songeza hii check.
Katikati.
Yes. And then we smile. Inue juu kidogo. I need that branding scene. Manager, umeona nikitaja. Thank you.
Iko na bank code.
Ladies and gentlemen, wanatupatia 2 million Kenya shillings. Hiyo sio makofi ya 2 million. Ngoja. Hiyo si makofi ya 2 million. Nipatieni makofi ya 2 million.
Yes. 2 million shillings from KPC. Where's the captain? We also need you here. Where's the captain? Kuja hapa mbele. Captain. Yes, very good. For the benefits of the photography.
Okay.
Asante sana.
To smile. The players, we need to smile.
Thank
Madam Rachel, I need you to smile. Ndio umetoa pesa, lakini you smile. Thank you. Nataka nipunguze kidogo. My colleagues wanasema iwe tight. So I'll leave the 2 players juu, wengine tushuke. Nitawacha senator hapo, nitawacha president hapo, nitawacha patron, nitawacha Madam Rachel. Yeye ndiye ametoa pesa. Unajua anaweza kataa na hiyo pesa. So let's make it tight, guys. Let's make this photo tight. Players nataka tu balance. Tukuje pande hii moja, mwingine pande hii. Sasa hii ndio ile ya gazeti. Ya gazeti. We smile. Sio nyinyi mna smile. Nyinyi ni makofi. Nipatieni makofi. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana.
Madam Rachel. No, ngoja. Sijamaliza. Hiyo check irudi tu hapo. Bitok, kindly rudisha check. Nataka president, nataka Madam Rachel, nataka our patron. Let's join. Turudi tu pale please. Yes. Thank you. We smile. President, we smile. Songa hivyo Jamaa mko poa? We smile. Makofi jamani. Madam Sholei, ngoja tu. I'd like to recognize your president, Mheshimiwa. Kindly, ni join hapa. Makofi jamani.
Member of Parliament from Uasin Gishu County and the Deputy Speaker.
You know, initially tuliambiwa Kenya volleyball haiko balanced, so hii picha lazima tuibalance. Yeah. Ingia ndani kweli. Patron, nataka kuona sura yako pale. Si hiyo picha iko balanced? Makofi jamani.
Let's appreciate them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeva Muren. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, just before we have the official launch, she's just arrived. Member of Parliament from Uasin Gishu and the Deputy Speaker, National Assembly, who is here. And I think it's a great honor for us to have her here. And because it was just a minute before the official launch, and since you're here, we are so excited and privileged to have you. So I will take this opportunity to again bring back the patron to welcome the Deputy Speaker. Please, tafadhali, patron, waliko hapa ili uweze kumwalika Mheshimiwa Gladys Sholei.
I'm back again, but this time not as the patron. Kumalizia protocol. Simpigie makofi mheshimiwa. She's been doing a great job with our athletes, and I think we need to support her. Chairman, weka nguvu hapo kwa anti-doping, femicide, hiyo mambo yote. Yes. And I think also we need an authority to accredit the coaches around there. Karibu Jeva Muren. Yeye ndio mama county wa mahali tunaenda kucheza.
Jamani tumpatie ni makofi zaidi jamani.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know if it's good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I'm not in the habit of being late, but today I was on duty in the House because the Speaker wasn't there this morning. I think, Bwana Wanyama, you know that, Mheshimiwa. So I had to start the House and hang in there until I was done. So I came in as quickly as possible, but definitely I couldn't miss to come here. I'm a big supporter of sports generally, and I love sports personally. I was going to be a world champion marathon runner when I was young, but I was misled that it was not a posh sport. So I went to swimming and tennis instead. So I regret that I agreed to get some peer pressure. But I always promised myself that I will always support sports. When I heard that Honorable Kipchumba Karori is starting the Eldoret International Volleyball, I said that's a great idea, because I'm a big supporter of us diversifying sport, because the challenge that we have, especially in my backyard in Uasin Gishu County, is that everybody is just doing athletics. Everybody is on the 21-kilometer race and the 42-kilometer race. It's oversubscribed, and many of them get frustrated because they never make it to the top because there's too many of them. I've been encouraging them that we've got to diversify, because anybody who can run a marathon is a good cyclist and can be a world champion cyclist. Anybody who can run a marathon can be a good swimmer and a world champion swimmer, because it takes the same lung capacity and endurance to be able to do that. So we need to start diversifying. Recently, I was also talking to young athletes, and I asked them, why doesn't anybody do steeplechase? And they said to me, you know, when you want to do steeplechase, you have to come from Iten or Nandi County or Kaptagat all the way to Kipchoge Stadium, so that where they have the equipment for them to do steeplechase. And they said, we don't even have the 100 shillings to enter Kipchoge Stadium because it costs 100 shillings to enter. So yes, we have to start diversifying. It's something we must continue to promote so that we can have more of our people carrying the flag. Look what happened when we had Yego do javelin. And then now it has almost ended up with him, but I know I had him recently saying that he wants to push it. So of course, when Karori told me that he wants to start this, I said that is the greatest idea I've had recently. So you have my full support. We must diversify to more sports. Let's go move to other sports like rugby. I know currently I'm supporting the Lionesses, the Kenya rugby team. I'm feeding them for the year. And I hope I get more resources to feed them, because many of them come from very poor families here in town, and therefore when they go for training, they haven't eaten. So we got fortified foods, and they have 3 meals a day that we've provided. And therefore, and then when I thought about it, how do we take rugby to other parts of the country? It's quite difficult. I've seen how they are struggling here. So yes, thank you very much. I'm in a good space and I'm excited. And Karori, whatever you want me to do, I will do. In order to support this, and I'll definitely excited that this is coming. When is the first tournament? 30th. 13th of December. 13, 14, and 15. Definitely, I'll probably come for just day one, because I know my son is playing football in Arusha, and I have to go down there and watch him and cheer him, as a good mother should. So asanteni sana, and God bless you, and thank you for the initiative. And I can tell you something, my claim to fame, Kipchumba Karori was my student. When you see him being a lawyer, I taught him at University of Nairobi. So if I've produced somebody this serious, mi hata mimi sio mchache, si ndio? Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much. A round of applause again to Honorable. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you also for giving us an assurance that you'll be there on that day when we begin our tournament. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe now this is the time, and as you can see very well, we already have on the other side, our trophies are very ready. Very ready. In fact, those are the showcase that we'll have to the number 1, number 2, and number 3, both on all categories, the elite and the primary school and secondary school and other institutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready now for The official launch.
Wow. Before we do the official launch, I please beg your attention because more money is here. Wow. Odibets. I said earlier I'm an ambassador of Odibets. Odibets has just given us 7 million Kenya shillings. Makofi jamani. Wait.
Is that for
wait,
7 million?
No, wait.
Is that for 7 million?
That is not for 7 million.
That's not for 7 million, please.
Where is the camera? It's here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Odibets has just given us 7 million Kenya.
Because we are all sportsmen, you know, we have to give a standing ovation.
Yes.
7 million is not 2 shillings. So Odibets has given us 7 million shillings. Wapi makofi. Let's appreciate to Opige makofi Odibets. And ladies and gentlemen,
well,
this is our affair.
My general manager, Dedan Mungai, ameomba, let's just be seated.
Let's be seated.
Ameomba kwamba hatoweza kufika, but for the very first time, amenikubalia kuongea on behalf of Odibets. He is glad that the brand is part of this event, and tutakuwa kule kwa njia kubwa sana. For the guys in Eldoret, hawajaiona sura mbaya roho safi, wataniona. Si mnipatie makofi jamani. Siyo si ya 7, nipatieni makofi ya 7 million. Now EPZ have also given us 500,000. Makofi jamani. Cape Media, that is TV 47, Radio 47, and of course Mount Kenya University, wametupatia 2 million Kenya shillings. So ladies and gentlemen, mambo inaenda sawa. You know, when you have a son ambaye anapendwa, you know, people will not just give money because you have a pretty face or una sura kama ya Rocho. Hapana. They will give you money because you are a person, wewe ni mtu wa watu. So kwa hiyo maneno, tumpatie ni makofi patron, makofi yake kwa hiyo pesa. So at this moment, the ladies were going to help us tukuje na hizo trophy, and at this moment I'll call upon the chairman wa Singishu branch to join hapa. Mheshimiwa Sholei, please join us. Honorable Wanyama, tafadhali to join. President, wewe lazima, surely it's your house. And of course, Senator, join us here. Patron, join us kwa hii presentation. And of course, the oldest and ever present in the volleyball fraternity, Kenya Pipeline. Tafadhali, join us here.
Great. And then, Chairman Gilbert, very good. You got to join us here.
Let's
the Chairman County Assembly.
Let's spread, kindly let's spread. Nyaberi, hiyo meeting itakuwa baadaye. Tusonge hiyo meeting baadaye. Let's spread jama, okay? The players, Jairus from the men's side, Wilson from the men's side, and of course the ladies,
Wakesa,
Chumba, Kasaya, Triza,
and Edith.
Tuka, join us please. Tutaka wachezaji.
The players, Wakesa, Edith, Tika, as you've heard, all the players, please join us here because there's a ceremony that we have to do.
Kweli.
Tafadhali.
Tulieni, yes.
This is now the climax of it all.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing the presentation. Okay, DJ, niweke mziki kidogo so that we can prepare. My colleagues from the 4th estate were ready to capture this. Chini kwa chini, DJ. Thank you.
The celebration is here. First edition. This is the first edition, ladies and gentlemen, just taking over from the other subsequent tournaments that has been there, but this is a major one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now getting ready And I believe, let's move forward a little bit. And then we'll have some bit of fanfare as we have this official launch. So please, we are now ready. Please have a match, the forward match with the trophies that we have. This Kipchumba KARORI ELDORET International Volleyball Tournament. Tuwapigia makofi wakati wanaingia. All these are the players who are there and coaches. Thank you. That is now great. Asanteni sana. Asante sana. Live. Then the other players can just join from behind. Good. Okay. So we will have a count, and I believe we are ready. We will have a count. We'll have a count. Okay, we have a presentation now that we will present. Once we present you with a trophy, you'll remain with the trophy, so that as we count from 10 down to 1, then we will raise the trophy and it will be officially launched. So we want to present the first trophy to the patron.
Yes, this is a presentation to the patron, who in turn will present it to the host,
Yes.
federation, and the president. Then we'll move over to the spiral. So the patron will be presented for the trophy. Thank you.
Have
Thank
it
you.
there.
Yes.
So it's officially
Wilson,
written.
please present to Mheshimiwa Wanyama. Hapo.
Very good.
Okay, and then the lady,
this one now.
you'll present to Mheshimiwa Sholei. Yes, the presentation. Then hiyo picha. Wilson, you're presented to kwa hapa katikati. Ule amepresent hapa. And hapo katikati, so that there's that. Yes, that's it. So we smile. I know Mheshimiwa at times kusmile ni shida, lakini please, Wanyama.
Okay. Okay, we are now getting ready to the lounge. We will count, all of us. Please, you'll assist us count from 10 down to 1. And then officially, we launch the tournament. Are we ready? Okay, let's move. Let's start from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause. Tupige makofi kabisa. This is Kipchumba KARORI ELDORET International Volleyball has officially been launched. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Tuendelee kupiga makofi kabisa vizuri. Asante. Asante sana. Thank you. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Great. This is great. Thank you. Probably some of you are not used to that.
Thank you. Thank you. Asanteni sana.
We'll have a photo session here. We'll have a photo session, a quick one. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the vote of thanks from Arocho himself. And then who will welcome us to have our late breakfast, that is early lunch.
We need to smile. Mheshimiwa, we smile. Wanyama smiling naona ni shida, lakini sawa tu. You need to smile for that photo. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
And then the players watabaki na patron peke yao. The players will remain with the patron. The rest of us, we can fall out. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Asante sana. Thank you, Honorable Wanyama. Thank you, Honorable Jackson Mandago. Asante sana. Thank you. Asante sana. So the players with okay, take that photo again. Just take. Pange tu vizuri, mujipange vizuri.
President.
Okay, yes. Let's take that photo, and then the rest of us, then the players.
Guys, we need to smile. I know it's lunchtime. We need to smile.
The official camera is here.
Thank you. Asante sana.
When we talk, you can join. Okay. Simama hapo.
Na wakumbusha, we need to smile. Thank you. Shem. President, please smile. Yes, better.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Then we can have pipeline and the other ladies, the sponsors, please, we need you here. The other sponsors, we need you here. Pipeline.
Pipeline usichoke. Wewe ndio.
Honorable Speaker.
Umekuwa na sisi.
Takuja tuweza kusumbua, tutapanda hapa juu bado. Pipeline and there's the sponsors. We need all the sponsors wakuja hapa.
Ni mazoezi.
Very fast. Just a short photo session.
Thank you. Thank you. We smile.
Oh, good.
Yes. Thank you. Remember to smile. Thank you. Asante sana. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Now we want one special photo of 3 players and the patron Kipchumba Karori and President. The 3.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Just move a little bit to the right or to your left.
You remember to smile.
Hapo iko sawa.
Thank you. Asante sana. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I believe that we are done. But before we leave, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of us to spare time. And of course, for the guys who are not going to be playing, guys, let's meet at Eldoret. The ambience, tumepata hapa Weston. Asanteni sana, the management of Weston. Waheshimiwas, for your time. The sponsors, for your money and your time. And of course, my colleagues from the 4th Estate, asanteni sana. Bila nyinyi, wa Kenya hawatajua kwamba shughuli ilikuwa hapa. And of course, my co-MC, asante sana for the good job. You talked about your tracksuit. I need to know where you bought that tracksuit. Though najua. Okay, sawa, siongei kuhusu hiyo tumbo, lakini sawa. And of course, kila mmoja ambaye amekuwa hapa. Tupatie makofi MC mwenzangu. Hiyo si makofi ya MC. Tupatieni MC makofi yake jamani.
Let's now appreciate him for appreciating all of us. Let's thank him for thanking us. Tumpigie makofi MC Rocho. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kwa wale ambao wanafuatilia michezo, hii sauti utaisikia kwa Radio 47. Najua wengi wanasikia sauti lakini hawajaona sura. Sura ni mbaya lakini roho ni safi. Nipatieni makofi jamani.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have organized something for you.
Refreshment, yes.
Refreshment.
Tuko nayo.
So we'll to avoid all of us crowding there, we will direct you with the roadshow one by one.
Yes.
But before that, we have a tradition. We go to pray, end this nicely, and pray for your journey mercies. Kasaya, please pray for us and pray for our breakfast.
Thank you. Let's stand up for a word of prayer. Baba, katika jina la Yesu Kristo, ni wakati mwingine ulio mwema. Tunasema ni asante, ni kwa maana umekuwa pamoja nasi. Tulipoanza Jehova, ulikuwa pamoja nasi. Tazama tumefika mwisho. Tunasema tu ni asante, ni kwa maana umetuelekeza. Umetupa hekima na ujasiri, ni kwa sababu wewe ni Mungu. Asante ni kwa kila jambo ambalo limenenewa Jehova. Tunalitilia mikononi mwako, ni kwa sababu wewe ni Mungu. Tunapotawanyika, safari yetu tunaiweka mikononi mwako. Ukatuongoze, ukatufunika na damu yako, ni kwa sababu wewe ni Mungu. Tunapochukua chakula yetu Jehova, tunaomba ukakibariki, takasa, ni kwa sababu wewe ni Mungu. Asante ni kwa maana wewe ni muweza. Ni katika jina la Yesu Kristo naomba nikiamini.
Asante sana. Now I'll request the table just next to me.
All of us, let's remain seated, please.
Let's be seated. The table next to me, kindly. Tutaanza, then tutaenda with that sequence. So that to see crowd, I request the table just next to me. Sikuichagua kwa sababu yoyote, ni kwa sababu wako karibu na mimi. So kindly proceed. So DJ, ngoma ingine chini kwa chini hapo while we celebrate today. Asanteni sana jamaa.